Hi there everyone, and today I would like to show you a very beautiful, fantastic chess game by the fourth official world chess champion Alexander Alekhine, and one of my favorite chess players of all times, and his opponent is an unknown chess player named Prat. So this chess game was played in a chess Simul from 1913, and this game was played in a very interesting place in Café de la Regence in Paris, France. Why this Café de la Regence was an interesting place? Well, this is the same place where our chess hero Paul Morphy gave some very famous chess simuls, blindfolded chess simuls, and we even have the engraving of that interesting historic incident where Paul Morphy was giving a blindfolded simul. When he was not looking at the boards, he was looking to a wall or something. His back was turned to the chessboards, and we could also see some snooker tables and some chess players next to the snooker tables. Maybe if you like chess history, you know what I'm talking about. You know the engraving that I'm trying to illustrate. And we see beautiful 19th century clothes in that picture as well. I think that was a steel engraving, one of the most beautiful engravings about chess history that I have ever seen. So that was Café de la Regence in Paris. And also Paul Morphy played some of his famous matches. I think one of his matches was against Daniel Harwitz in this cafe. So this cafe was also some sort of gathering point for the chess players at that time in the 19th century of chess, in the mid 19th century in Paris. So, okay, this is the same place, and this time there was no Paul Morphy, there was Alexander Alekhine. So let's see what happened in this unbelievable chess game. Actually, this chess game is one of the most beautiful chess games that I have ever seen, one of the most beautiful king huntings ever. So it's a small spoiler. Okay, the game started with d4 by Alexander Alekhine. And we have d5, knight to f3, knight to c6, and c4. So we have Queen's Gambit declined Chigorin variation. e6, knight to c3, d takes, and e3. So this is opening the bishop and simply capturing. Bishop to b4, and Alekhine castled. Bishop takes on c3, capturing back, and also black castled. Queen to c2, knight to e7, and relocating the knight, pinning the knight, and c6, e4, h6, and rook over, lining the rook with the queen. Bishop to d7, and knight in, knight is getting in, rook over, and then f4 by Alekhine. Queen to c7, and f5, he wants to blast open the f file for his rook, and black can't capture the pawn because bishop takes on f7, check. So rook over, building up on the d file, but Alexander Alekhine still captured on f7. Knight takes on f7 by Alexander Alekhine. They say his brain was working like a computer, very complex. So he's known as a very complex chess player, and he could also play blindfolded chess against something like 40 chess players or something. No disrespect, but that's freakish, almost freakish. And he had a photographic memory, of course. So after knight takes on f7, this is also attacking the rook, and black decided to accept the sacrifice. And then Alekhine played e5, and moving the knight is not a good idea. We have moving the other knight, not the knight which is under attack. Of course, we are going to check out what happens if defending the knight. Then bishop to d6, throwing the bishop in, and after defending the queen, discovered check, double check, and also attacking the bishop. So if accepting, then queen to h7, and actually black has no defense in this position. The king is stuck. So in this position, if a random move, what would you do? What did Alexander Alekhine had in mind? So can you guess the next move of Alexander Alekhine? I mean, this is not what happened in the game, but What did he had in his mind? Okay, so I hope you have seen queen takes on h6. Unbelievable, unbelievable idea. Crazy idea. And if capturing the queen, checkmate, lights out. And actually there is no sensible defense here. If this move, then capturing and getting checkmated, the knight is pinned, of course. So okay, after e5 we have knight back and then bishop to d6, throwing the bishop in, queen back, and then queen to e2. And black can never move the knight this time, because if moving the knight, for example here, then queen check, pawn up, queen takes pawn, checkmate. So we have b5, defending the bishop and torturing his opponent with not capturing, and he has lots of choices. White has a flexible position, and black is a piece up, but look at the king, it is stuck, and this doesn't look very safe for black. So we have a5. Okay, so if knight to d5, again, I mean, like I said, black is getting checkmated. You can never move the knight. So queen takes on g6 is checkmate. So after b5, bishop goes back, and then a5, and rook over, a4, and it is white to move. Now Alekhine played an incredible move. What would you do again in this position? Can you guess the next move of Alekhine? But it is not very simple. I mean, you also need to see the follow-up. Okay, so Alekhine played queen to h5, sacrificing the queen for hunting the king. And what else? If pushing the pawn, black is getting checkmated. And after accepting the sacrifice, Alekhine captured, and this is discovered check, double check. And what else? Only move. And then bishop to c2, and this is the only defense. We have check, and king goes back, and then checking the king, discovered check, double check, and there is no escape, so black can't escape. This is also checking the king with the bishop and with the rook. So king to g5, incredible stuff, checking the king, Alekhine says check. King to h4, and if king to f4, then we have rook to e4, king to f5, and then checkmate. Discovered check, checkmate. Unbelievable. So we have rook to g6, king to h4, rook to e4, and what else? Only defense, rook takes on f4, king to h5, Alekhine played g3. Black still plays a move which is disrespectful against Alekhine, in my opinion, in this position. I mean, even Houdini can survive this. And after this move, after g3, black finally resigned because there is no defense against rook to h4, checkmate. I mean, what an incredible king hunting, one of the most brutal ever. So the possible continuation is any move, and then checkmate. Unbelievable. So, okay, you have. I hope that you have enjoyed watching this chess game, and I hope to see you next time with more interactive chess games. So stay safe, take care, and bye bye.